It was supposed to be a quiet winter getaway. 3 friends, Narayan, Gokul, and Harta, drove deep into the mountains of Arizona. Their destination, Woods Canyon Lake, a beautiful frozen paradise. Locals called it peaceful, but they never mentioned what sleeps beneath the ice. It was January, temperatures below freezing. The surface looked solid, smooth, strong enough to hold a car. They laughed as they stepped further out, the wind cutting sharp against their faces. Harta pointed toward the center. "Let's go there. The light's better." Narayan smiled, walking ahead. Under his boots, tiny cracks spread like spider webs, invisible in the reflection. The air was still, too still. Then, crack! A sharp sound split the silence. Narayan dropped first. The ice shattered beneath him. Black water swallowed him whole. Harta screamed, "Narayan, don't move." Gokul ran forward to help. Another crack. The ice gave way beneath him too. Now both were gone. Harta crawled toward them, breath shaking, voice echoing through the pine forest. She reached out. Her fingers caught Narayan's jacket. "Hold on, please." Then came one final snap. The ice collapsed, and the lake claimed her too. Silence. Just ripples beneath the wind. Hours later, rescuers arrived. Red and blue lights flashed across the frozen water, but the surface had already frozen over again. Smooth. Perfect. Like nothing ever happened. One deputy whispered, "It's like the lake healed itself." Divers searched for 3 days. No bubbles. No traces. Only black, endless water. The temperature dropped to -10 degrees Celsius, cold enough to turn breath into glass. And then came the whispers among the locals. The lake takes what it wants. Weeks later, when spring sunlight returned, fishermen noticed something beneath the melting ice. 3 pale shapes, frozen exactly as they fell. Their hands reaching up, their faces locked in horror. Authorities pulled the bodies out one by one, perfectly preserved, eyes wide open, mouths frozen mid-scream. But the divers swore they heard something, a faint tapping sound from deeper below the bodies, like knuckles against glass. One diver removed his mask and whispered, "They're not alone down there." The county report confirmed all 3 died of hypothermia. But there was something strange. Each of their watches had stopped at exactly 3:12 p.m. And then, Harta's phone was found near the lake's edge. Its last video showed Narayan smiling into the camera, snow falling softly around him. But in the final second, his smile fades. He looks over her shoulder, as if he heard something. A faint voice whispers through the wind, "Don't look due." Today, Woods Canyon Lake still looks peaceful, silent, frozen, beautiful. But every winter, a new crack appears in the same spot. And when the night is cold enough, locals say you can still hear it. 3 faint taps beneath the ice, like someone trying to get out.
Stop digging.
It started with a single email. No subject line. No sender. Just one sentence. "You've been asking the wrong questions." 3 weeks later, investigative journalist Lena Hart vanished. What she left behind was a box of unmarked cassette tapes, labeled only as the Whispers. Lena was working on a story about missing witnesses in a corporate corruption case. Her colleague said she looked drained, like she hadn't slept in days. Security footage from her office shows her leaving late one night, a small cardboard box in her hands. She never made it home. In her last message to her sister, she wrote, "If I disappear, it's because I found something real." The next morning, her editor received a package with no return address. Inside, that same box, 6 cassette tapes, all labeled by date. The earliest, October 12, 2023. When the first tape was played, it sounded like a normal interview, until the 5th minute. The voices began to distort, and through the static, another voice whispered beneath them. Not an echo, not feedback, something else. "Stop digging." Police traced the origin of the package to a courier who said it was already waiting at the counter when he started his shift. No fingerprints, no CCTV footage, just an envelope, sealed with black wax. Audio experts analyzed the tapes. Each contained traces of ultrasonic frequencies, the kind used in encrypted transmissions. But there was something else. A faint background noise, like breathing or eyes cracking. On the final tape, Lena's voice trembles. "I think they found me. I hear them outside the motel. If something happens..." Soft male whisper overlaps, distorted, close to MIC. It already did. Then, 3 slow knocks. Silence, and a final whisper. "You shouldn't have listened." 2 days later, Lena's car was found abandoned near Raven's Hollow Forest. Doors locked, keys still inside. The driver's seat was wet, but it wasn't water. Lab reports said it was saline, almost identical to human tears. The tapes were seized by federal agents under a classified evidence order. But one leaked copy, tape 4, appeared online for just 20 minutes before it vanished. Listeners reported the same thing, a deep hum that shook their speakers, followed by the sound of someone breathing directly into the microphone. And when slowed down, Lena's trembling voice could be heard whispering, "They are not human." 6 months later, hikers found a small cabin deep inside Raven's Hollow. Everything inside was coated in frost, even though it was summer. On the table, a tape recorder. The red record light was still on. It had been running for 163 hours straight. When authorities played it, they heard the same static. And beneath it, 2 voices. One was Lena's, the other unidentified. It repeated her name again and again, each time slower, closer, wetter. Then the recorder clicked off. On its own, today, that part of Raven's Hollow Forest is still sealed off by authorities. Locals say if you stand near the fence at night, you can hear it, a faint hum beneath the soil. Some say it's the wind. Others swear it's the sound of those same tapes still playing. And if you listen too long, you'll hear your own name whispered back. Long pause. Static builds. Title card. Based on documented reports, Raven's Hollow, 2023. Static crescendos. Final whisper through distortion. Stop digging.